Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty. Today is Monday, the 16th of October 2023, and the current time is 9:05 a.m. IST. So let me just quickly share my screen and let's understand what's the overall context. Okay. So first of all, one thing which I want to share is there was some accumulation seen in BankNifty, in the HDFC Bank around the 1500 price range. So today there are results gonna come out for HDFC Bank. So this is the catalyst which will be coming into play to move the bank nifty prices up or down. So that's one of the things which I would like to begin with. But overall we are just in a balanced range. Nothing has changed in the auction overall. So this is the overall balance. We are developing above the 44,000 level. So this is the cost basis where I'm seeing supply is getting shut off, and these are the areas where previously again the buyers they came in. So this is the August profile, this is the July profile, this is the June, and this is the May. But I'm just using the monthly profile, and it is helping me to identify the point of interest or areas where I will be looking to see how strong the sellers are coming in or not. Okay, but overall we are in a range. So basically this is the overall range. So I'm actually looking for price to at least continue lower and take out the stops which are getting built around the 44,000 level. Okay, that's where I'm interested. So today I don't know, most probably the results might be coming out post market hours, so that is after 3:30. So I am looking for some balancing because overall I'm seeing supply coming in at 44,600 and supply shutting off around this levels. But let me just go to a bigger chart and just to explain where I'm seeing sellers. So I'm seeing sellers coming in at 577, 682, 473 and 369. Yeah, these are the four areas, and I'm looking for continuation to drop, because this particular low is where I'm seeing a lot of sellers are trapped. Okay, so my area of interest today is 369 and 265. These are the two areas. Plus there are stops here, and below this is where I'm seeing a lot of trapped sellers. Yeah, so this is where I'm expecting some responsive buying. So I'm looking for this levels to be broken and see if we get continuation towards this and this. Yeah, so the pre-open data will be out. I think let me just go to the cluster chart, and yeah, so we are opening around the lows. So we are opening around the 44,204. So now things are pretty clear. As we are opening around the lows, I am looking for this particular single print to clear, see continuation lower, and this is the overall balance where I am seeing some responsive buying around 44,200. Okay, so my first action plan is 44,200, let it break. I'm looking for continuation lower, because 44,100 this is the zone where there are responsive, there are buyers, and there is supply trapped. Okay, so my first action plan is let it drop below 200, and I'm going to see whether it balances. After the balances, does it continue higher? As it is continuing higher, I'm seeing overhead there is supply present. Yeah, so these are the areas where I'll be looking to short, and if it breaks 204, then I'm looking for continuation, because there will be some range bound at 150 and at 100. So if this breaks, I'm going to measure the tempo, and I want the 44,000, this particular level, to be tagged. Similarly, in the futures also, 44,000 is the zone where a lot of sellers are trapped in the auction. Let's see in HDFC Bank, where so HDFC Bank is also opening around the previous day's low, but in HDFC Bank I'm seeing at 1520, 1517 to 1515. This is the range where there is supply present. And from the futures chart I'm seeing some sellers which are trapped around 1526 level. I'm looking for responsive buying. So 1524 to 26 is the range, even 22. Yeah, so this is a nice range of from 1520 to 26. This is the 6-point range where I'm expecting some balancing and some sort of responsive buying. Okay, so HDFC Bank is the catalyst today. The results are going to come out now. Overall inventory is short. How many points? So we are opening just 83 points, lower. So pre-open inventory is short. So 44,200 is the line in sand where I'm expecting to watch the auction. And currently looking at the print, what am I seeing is there are sellers at 450, 300 zone, and there is a strong area 44,100 where I'm seeing sort of a support, and this is where I'm looking for responsive buying. Okay. Moreover, if I just again go to this order flow chart, right? So this is where sorry, this is not where the auction. This is the futures chart, but we are going to open below the low. That is, this is where I'm expecting the auction to open, and then I'm looking for continuation lower because there are a lot of gaps, or I would call it unfinished auction. So this is an anomaly which I'm looking for it to get repaired. And structurally, so there are a couple of stops. So there are two stops here, and then after that there are stops below 250, and then there are stops below 44,100, and 44,000 is the zone where there are a cluster of stops. So this is where liquidity is present. Yeah. So very interesting day. We also have a single print area. This is where again there are sellers, trapped sellers. So as the auction is going to move lower, I'm going to observe the reaction, and based on that, you can take the trades. Okay. So the call inventory again is higher compared to put inventory. So we are going to open around 44,200, and 44,200 is the zone where I'm seeing both call and put. They both got created equally. Yeah, more puts are getting created, and currently this is the zone where a lot of put interest is seen. But 44,000 is the zone where where a lot of put open interest is seen. So I'm expecting auction to first of all cross the 100, and then then see the chop here, because this is the zone where I'm expecting a chop of 100 points, and let the auction get repaired. Okay, so I'll just close this. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so if you have got any questions, yeah, feel free to use the chat window, and these are the levels. So currently I am seeing a lot of supply in the system. So as we are going to open lower, these are the zones where I'm expecting some responsive buying. Okay, so I'll be analyzing the print and see how the auction develops. And let me just also open my trading account, so that way I'm more accountable. Currently the funds which are available to trade is 41k or 42k for option buying. Okay, so just be careful. A lot of folks are looking at gonna look at HDFC Bank. So just be careful. Don't be in a hurry to trade. And if I am just squeezing this, so where I am seeing buyers are around 44,265. This is the zone where I am seeing buyers. So we are obviously going to cross the open below the low of yesterday, and plus we have got trapped sellers. Yeah, so this is the zone where I'm seeing a lot of buyers present, and below that is where I'm seeing a lot of sellers who are trapped. Yeah, and about 369 is where I'm seeing a lot of supply or sellers who are gonna come in. Okay, so a very interesting day to learn. We are gonna open within this single print zone. We have a smaller balance, so let the auction drop and see whether we which area we develop. Okay, so the time is 9:14, 30 seconds. If you have got any questions, feel free to use the chat function, or else let's just wait and watch in terms of how the auction is getting developed. Okay, so I'll just I'll just keep it here because I know about this is where there is supply, below this is where there is demand. Yeah, so I'm just observing, so I'm just hiding this because I don't want to get I just want to see these numbers and see the behavior. Okay, so the auction is opened. We have opened below 369, and clearly we are developing below the 265 level. So we have reached within this particular balance. This is where I'm expecting some sort of responsive buying, and we will just look at the order flow which is coming in. But currently a lot of massive supply is seen. So 200 is the resistance zone. 100 is where I said that there will be some responsive buying. Some responsive buying is definitely seen here. So let it chop. Currently the auction is just opened. Let it chop. And HDFC Bank, 1520 is where, and here is 1522 is where there is some support. So this is a nice zone where I'm expecting the inventory to get absorbed. So by the way, I'm having cough, so I am feeling a bit dizzy, so I'm not in a hurry to trade. I just want to look at how the auction is getting developed. Okay, so overall delta is flat. What am I seeing? Seeing is buyers trapped. So let me just delete this level. So currently I'm seeing buyers are trapped, and 150 is where I'm seeing some sort of balancing. We have developed below the previous day's low, and we have taken out this particular stop. So the single print zone is cleared. Let me just go to the other chart, and this is the range, and we are just developing around the POC. So that is the HVN. There was a level here, yeah. So exactly to the tick is where the auction is getting developed. Okay, and I am seeing absorption seen. So there are buyers coming up at 44,237. So currently we are just chopping in a range, so no point in chasing. Also, nope, there is no accumulation seen for the HDFC Bank. So I'll just close this chart, but I am seeing some responsive buying at 44,100. Okay, and this is also the zone where I'm seeing some sort of responsive buying. So we are going to balance, so we are going to chop, so no point in taking any trades. Currently I'm seeing 2 plus 2 plus 1, so this is 500, and there is overhead supply, there is sellers, there is trap buyers. So we are in a very tight range where this is where there are trap shorts, this is where there are trapped buyers. Yeah, so it is going to chop. Let it chop. So the time is 9:18. Let me know if you have got any questions, and feel free to use the chat function. Okay, so come on, I wanted to break the 44,100 level. Currently there is overhead supply, the selling is strong. So I'm now looking for this level to break. Let's see what happens. Currently I'm seeing buyers trapped. There are sellers here, and more of supply seen up to 250 level. Okay, so this data is nothing but this data. Yeah, that's how I am observing. So I'm now looking for continuation lower. I want all these gaps to be filled, and these are all the gaps which is what I'm looking for it to get cleared. Failure to move lower, that's market generated information. Those are the dynamics of what I am looking at. Let me also hit refresh to this chart. Okay, plus we have a spike reference. This is price probe. This is where again there are trap sellers. So as the price is moving lower, I am looking for some balance activity between 44,100 and 44,200. So this is the 100-point chop range, where I'm looking currently. Okay, so right now we have got trapped buyers above 44,150. Around 44,250 is also where there are trapped. There is sellers. HDFC, yes, buyers have come in. Currently we are just so this is supply. This is where supply has shut off. So there are sellers here, there are buyers here, so let them fight. So supply, 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 a lot of supply. So currently a lot of supply has came into the system. Delta is also supporting. So I am waiting for auction to move lower, and it is breaking to 44,100 level. Yes. So I have not taken any trades yet because I am not clear from the direction perspective. See, I'm an option buyer, so for me, I want some clarity. Now I am seeing that I can go short, but the reason why I am not buying puts is these are the zones where, yep. So this is what I was looking for. Now this auction has repaired. Now let it develop lower. Okay, so this is where, a lot of auction will be getting repaired, and for me this is the zone where I will be just waiting and watching. I'm not at all in a hurry to take any trades. I'll just mark this level and I'll just clear all this because this has been repaired. Okay, still as a intraday trader, you just have to wait and watch. I'm waiting for this unfinished auction to get cleared. I'm waiting for it to move lower. Now it is broken 44,100. We are coming to the 44,000 level. That's where a lot of put options were getting created. Let me just quickly go there. So 44,000. Okay, so I'm seeing more of call OI getting created, and put is where a lot of open interest is seen. Okay, so we are heading towards the price probe. So I am looking for continuation lower, and this is my area of interest. Okay, on the futures, I'm seeing 44,000 still is the area where I'm expecting some responsive buying. This is where I'm expecting the auction to be shutting off. Okay, so let this particular auction be repaired. Now let me just open one click. And what are the strike prices? So this is 400 and this is 270. Okay, so more calls are higher compared to puts. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Let me just close this. So this is one zone. Okay, this is the another zone. Unfinished auctions here, and there are unfinished auctions here. Let it chop. No need to participate, and unless and until if you're an option seller. Okay, now I'm expecting supply to go towards 44,100, and that's where I'm looking for sellers to be coming in. This is my stop. Okay. And see where the auctions shut off at 161 to the tick. And now it is moving higher towards 265. That's where I am looking for supply to be coming in. Okay, so again it is back to 44,100. Now I'm seeing more call getting created. Now this is a resistance zone. There are buyers here. So as it is moving higher, more call options will be getting written. Even in HDFC Bank, what am I seeing is, okay, buyers are accumulating positions here, but yeah, there are a lot of sellers. So this is a resistance zone. let's see, but I'm seeing there are gonna be some support areas, so we'll just observe this print. But the reason why I don't want to participate is as it is moving higher, these are the zones where I'm expecting supply to come in, and I want the auction to move lower. So what will happen is we will be chopping in a range of this 100 points, so between 280 to 180. Let the auction get repaired, because above I'm seeing unfinished auction in a form of a gap. Below also I'm seeing unfinished auction. So let the auction get itself repaired. I am spotting the areas where there is supply seen. Yeah. So I just want the order flow to show me some clarity. Currently, I am not seeing that. I am seeing that if I take a trade, I will be getting chopped off. So I just want to wait and watch. Okay, as the prices are moving higher, it is going to invite more supply in the system. So don't get chopped. This is a range. Today is a range bound day. I am looking for more choppiness today. So 265 is the zone where I'm expecting again sellers to come in. So this is the range which I want the auction, because the reason is this was a prior balance. We have broken this balance. Yeah. So here some inventory will be getting accumulated. Yeah. So if I want to take a long, I want the price to move about 265. If I want to take a short, I will be looking for look above and fail. If this type of scenario develops, then I'll be confident to take a short, keeping my stop loss around 270, and then looking to get cleared at the 50% and then at the 44,161. Okay, so I'll just be on mute. Let's just observe how the auction is getting developed. And yeah, so I have not taken any trades. I'll just be on mute, and let's just observe the price. So I am looking for a sideways auction development. Okay, so the time is 9:30 and we are again I shared this is going to be a choppy range, so it's better so currently, yes, it is developing above. There are sellers trapped, some absorption seen, so futures is moving higher. Now I'm looking for the spot for HDFC to move higher. Let it go higher, but I will not be chasing this again. I'll share why I'm not in a mood or not hurry to take a trade. The reason is, you look at this, you look at this. If you chase this, yeah, so it is, let's say you bought it at 372, 371. See, it's gonna fall. You are gonna make loss here. And if you bought this 294, 295, see, here also it is ranging, here also it is ranging. So even though you execute, so this is a good opportunity for option sellers whenever I see. So this is one of my setup, which I share. But this is where both premium erosion will be going on. An auction is not going anywhere. We let it repair itself. Okay, so 44,100 is where I'm seeing call inventory is getting created. So let it chop within this 44,100 to 44,200. So currently it looked below 44,100 and failed. So that is one market generated information, but we are not able to break the 265 level. Yeah, so we looked above and failed. So that was the trade plan which I shared before I went on mute. Currently some absorption seen at VWAP. And in the current auction, who is trapped? It is basically the sellers who are getting trapped. Yeah. So this is gonna act as a support zone for me. This is the line in sand, and overhead we have got some supply. Okay. So what I'll do is, this is trapped buyers, this is trapped sellers. Okay, this is the resistance zone, this is the support zone. So now I want this range to be broken and see what happens. That will give me the clarity for the trade plan. Okay, so that's how you can decode. Don't be in a hurry to execute. First understand what is happening. I'm seeing more supply getting created in HDFC Bank. Currently we are in the area where supply has been shut off, and now the buyers, yeah. So this is where the support is, this is where the resistance is. So range bound in HDFC Bank futures, range bound in HDFC Bank spot or the NSE. Now it is trying to move higher, more buyers are coming in. So these are nothing but the trapped sellers who are just exiting. 44,150 is where we have got trapped buyers. 44,100 is where we have got trapped sellers. Futures also, more supply is shut off below. This is where there are trapped buyers. Yeah, so if you see the tempo, right, we just move up, dropping, move up, dropping. So let this range to be break, that's when you will get a trade plan, or then you can execute. Currently it is a day for option sellers, not for option buyers. Okay, so if you have got any questions, yeah, feel free to use the chat function. But overall inventory is short. We have spotted an area where there are trapped sellers, and now I have identified and given you a range where I'm looking for look above and fail, look below and fail, or look above and continue, or look below and continue. Yeah, currently we are in a range bound scenario. We are in a 50-point chop. Let this particular chop give it some time, let the order flow come in. Those are the market generated information which will be giving some clues. Do not be in a hurry to take a trade. We just need to watch. We are developing around VWAP now, so that's where those eager buyers, or responsive buyers will be coming in. Yeah, but see, there is a seller at 266. What is 266? There is a level called 265. So it looked above and failed. So this is where I'm seeing supply coming in. So I want this particular range to be getting cleared. Okay, so I hope you are getting the clarity when to take a trade and when not to take a trade. Today is a day where you do not have to take a trade. Let the order flow, let the market tell you. See, now it is moving higher. We are having more trapped sellers. Okay, so the range is again narrowing. So 252 is where I am seeing a trapped buyer. POC has moved lower. Again, we are developing above or around VWAP. As it is moving higher, supply is going to come in, and that you can check with this. See, we are still nowhere. That was 370. Now we are 378. This was 294 something. We are 290. Yeah. We are just chopping. Okay, so it is trying to move higher. I'm just taking a test trade at 287. I'm just exiting. So this was a quick scalp, which I have taken. Entered at 287, exited at 289. I was hardly 4 seconds, in the trade. Okay, I made some couple of money. Again, the reason is I'm just testing it. I'm just showing you live why I am taking a short trade. The reason is overhead there is supply. Okay, and how you can ask me, well, where is the supply? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is HDFC Bank cash. This is HDFC Bank futures. Futures is giving me that we are heading into a supply zone. So this is where I'm looking for responsive selling. Currently, I am seeing the auction getting holding at 150 and 250. But now, if I show you the put premiums, see, I entered at what? Now it is at 290, 291. So premiums are appreciating. So overall, I am in the right direction of, my conviction. Okay, so that's how you can connect the dots, use market generated information and stay on the side in terms of what auction development is telling, what market is telling. Currently, I am seeing 44,200 as an area of supply where sellers are gonna come in. Call premiums are even higher, so let it continue higher. A lot of people will be taking a long, and they will be, have kept their stop losses below VWAP. I am expecting a chop, and see, this is the zone where I am seeing sellers coming in. Okay, so just be extra cautious. So this is where I'm looking for supply. This is where again this is where supply has been shut off. So we are again in a range bound overall auction. Okay, see, there is a seller at 266. Again, we are trying to go above 265. Do we see a seller? So let's see, do we get continuation or not? So auction has just halted. Why so? Yeah, it is moving higher. Why the auction just paused? So are you seeing as it is moving higher, the tempo is reducing? That is a market sign. That is a sign which the auction, how the price is developing. That is market generated information. Okay. So don't take any trade now. Do not. Because supply is coming in. Yeah, we are gonna break this, we are gonna develop lower. So I'm looking for this particular zone 258 to break. It has broken. Now let's see, do we see continuation or not? This is the line in sand now. So we are again in a choppy zone. We have got buyers trapped above, sellers trapped below, buyers trapped above, sellers trapped below, sellers trapped, sellers above, buying below, massive selling above, massive buyers here. Yeah, so it is again, we are back into this range. Okay, so I hope you were able to learn something new today, and I hope, yeah, if you have got any questions, feel free to use the chat function. But today I am, waiting for the order flow to give me some clarity. Currently, I'm seeing there is supply overhead. Overhead, there are sellers. So in the B period, when it starts in next 3 minutes, I'll see whether we see continuation higher. This is where, I'm looking for supply to again come in and reinitiate and wait for the auction to come lower. Okay, so thank you once again. Do like, share, subscribe, and do spread the word out about my channel. I feel very happy when you share, when you like, or when you comment. Yeah, so do like, share, subscribe, and also feel free to put in your comments. Any question, I'll be happy to take them. Yeah, and also do join me live, because that's where you can use that opportunity to talk to me, pick my brains, and understand how am I thinking, why am I thinking, what is it that I'm saying, why am I saying that. Yeah. Okay, with that, thank you once again, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, take care.